I won't annex myself to someone else. That's really stupid. And like they could keep going back and forth. So that's silly. Okay, let's go to the castle. Oh man, she isn't here. Let's ask again. There's no location of Zandina, Almera Castle. Maybe she was there all along. Maybe she wasn't. Where is that? Oh my gosh, it's right there. Are you joking? She just teleported. That's cool. I really love it when it's like, yeah, bro, you need to go here, and then it's like, pfft. And one day she managed to just teleport halfway across the world. That's really cool. But yeah. Or I'm gonna look really stupid if it actually said Almera Castle all along, and then it just kind of looked the same. Almera, whatever. Okay, so as I'm going over there, what else is new? Oh, there's one of those camps I was talking about earlier. Wow. There's a couple new options when you actually own fiefs for you to upgrade them, and they actually do a little bit more now than they did in the first game, so it's kind of worth upgrading them. Oh yeah, here's one of these fiefs, or not fiefs, feast, and the Sultan Hakim, leader of our faction, wants all of you to go to Shariz, and all the people will congregate there, and you can kind of talk to them, and if you like talk to the person who's hosting it, you get automatic reputation with them, which is kind of cool. But there's really not much to do there except for to like talk to lords and praise them or piss them off or whatever. It would be the same as if you met them in the field. Oh, and speaking of which, you can talk to lords now, and you have an option to talk to them in private, but half the time they're never in private, and like the only way to talk to them when they're in private is when they're out in the field, or if they're alone at a castle, and you talk to them, and you can kind of like plot behind other people's backs, but it's kind of like it doesn't always work. Like you have to actually each lord will kind of have their own mission when they want to talk to you, and you can like go to taverns and say like, hey, does anyone need work, and it'll kind of tell you or give you hints to who you should be talking to. But it's not really that easy to just say, hey, you, yes, me, and then you just kind of like plot to behind whoever's back. It's just kind of like automated content that just kind of chooses when it wants to be activated, which is kind of lame, but it's there. I mean, it wasn't in the first game as well. This Let's Play is going to be too combat oriented because they kind of kept the combat pretty much the way they wanted it. They changed a few things with the lance, the lance couching, but it still works out the same way. They kind of made it a little less overpowered. They kind of gave it a little more delay in between each hit. Okay, finally got here. Oh, attempt to visit the lady. That's what I wanted to do. You see, I haven't actually married her yet, but yeah, they kind of let you go through after you kind of get permission from the lady's father or whatever. There's a nurse. She doesn't say much. Haha, you're so funny. Go talk to the lady. Increase reputation. Blah blah blah. You can do, like, you basically just ask her the same exact thing that you would ask anyone else, except you get like one more option. You can let her she can tell you her relations to other people. You can recite her poetry, which you have to go to taverns and buy like poems, and then whether she likes it or not, it'll increase her reputation. And then you can say like, let's get married, but since my relation is too low, she's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And that's it. Once you get married, you can hold banquets of your own, but you need like a fuck ton of items and food and beer and whatnot to host one successful banquet, and it's basically the same as any other feast. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of anything that's new, but wow, this is actually probably gonna be a lot shorter than 10 parts. Probably be like more like 4 parts. I don't think there's any new party members or anything that you can pick up. Of course, there's the new troops. I think they changed a few of the troops in the already existing nations. Like they may have like changed a few stats and whatnot, but it's nothing real. They didn't like revamp anything. And to kind of end this on like an up note, because I don't really see any much else I could possibly put here other than to just play this game for 30 days like other people, and just it's like I'm really playing the game for you, you know. I don't see the point in doing that unless it's like a single player game and not like one of these where, you know, it's like after like the first day of playing you kind of know what the game is, and it's just you just watch people play, you know, what you should be playing, you know. So to end this on a better note, number one, if you want to play this game and you like it, get mods, because the modding community for this game is great. I don't have any mods in this game right now, but I'm sure by now they've made plenty of good mods for Warband, and mods were what kept the first game alive, and there were some mods that were like a ton better than the actual vanilla version of the game. Totally check that out. I'm not sure exactly which the site is for all the Warband mods, but it's linked on it's like in the Telltale Worlds forums. But like I said, man, this game is worth playing if you're, like I've said in the first one, if you're a medieval Total War fan and like you want to get the first person perspective, more or less, in the battles, it's kind of what you're achieving. I went through a lot of the battles in my first playthrough, and it's pretty much the same as in Warband. There's really just a whole bunch of campaign changes I've already mentioned, so hope you guys like Warband. I liked it until I got bored of it, and as an indie game, there's still plenty of improvements that could be forced upon this game. Unfortunately, as Paradox Interactive isn't like the best publisher ever, it probably won't happen, but they still make pretty good games. Alright, this is Streetman signing out.